Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're once again playing Pokemon this gym of mine, but this time I'm going to be a water type trainer. So I had to find the water pedestal. It was actually quite difficult to find because it wasn't blue. And then our starter options were Weasel, Horsey, and Chinchou. I didn't know if this Chinchou was the regional form that's in this game, so I decided to go with Horsey. I thought having a water dragon type Pokemon would be really useful on the team anyway because it wouldn't be weak to grass and electric. After that, we step off the boat and we are greeted by the mayor of Umbal City, just telling us about what happened to the last gym leader and what our job role is going to be, taking on the gym leader post in this town. I then decided to take on a couple of trainers just to get some XP under my belt. Nothing too crazy, just wanted to see what my Horsey was like. I then make my way to the gym and once again are greeted by Mayor Dalton, who just shows me where I live, just hovers over to it, just doesn't walk, he just literally floats. And this is where we're going to be staying, got a nice little mailbox and everything like that, really nice. I then step inside and find a parcel with the TM55 Scold inside, a very nice move to teach Horsey and all of the water type Pokemon I'm going to be catching, so I do just that. I then come to the town hall and we are stopped by this biker, one of the rogue riders, who is basically just saying that this town is theirs. I gotta put him in his place, and that's exactly what I do. I take out the Poochyena. Next up, he comes in with a Scraggy. I'm nearly level 7. I then just scold it again. Does quite a lot of health, very nice. He goes for a potion, already got potions already, which is a little bit annoying. I go for another scold, get a cheeky burn, scold again, and then Scraggy is defeated. I jump up to level 7, which is very nice, and we save the day. I then move into the town hall, and Mayor Dalton starts telling us about our job role as a gym, that we're allowed to have a maximum of 3 Pokemon in the gym, and if we have a Pokemon that isn't a water type, it has to be able to learn Scold, and they are the kind of requirements of the gym. After that, I go to the mailbox to pick a gym kind of guy or gym person. I end up going with the gym guy. They've got little different kind of characteristics and different, I guess, good things and bad things about each of them. There's 3 different options. I then go to the gym and Mayor Dalton once again just telling me what we have to do. Just walk in and it starts the day. We've got my gym trainers behind him. I then decide to go to the Poke Market just to buy some Pokeballs and potions because I only have a Horsey on my team and I need to make my team 3 Pokemon large and also have some water types as well. We then go to Mr. Fish though, who is a character in this game that sells you the Old Rod, the Good Rod, and the Super Rod all for 0 Pokédollars. So very nice business there. I then go to the only body of water that I can really find and I land a Pokemon, hoping that the Super Rod fishes up something good. It's actually a Magikarp, so I wasn't too happy about that. I reluctantly catch it. It's level 9, which I guess is okay, and only 11 levels away from being a Gyarados. Also gets me up to level 8, which is quite nice. I then have to fish for a little bit more because I need another water type Pokemon, and this next fish is pretty decent. It's a bloody Gyarados, level 10. I couldn't believe my luck. I was also thinking that I was no way going to catch this. Has Intimidate, but somehow I do catch it. I did burn it with Scold, so I was a little bit worried that it was going to die to burn damage. And we also only lived on 1 HP as well, but I go up to level 9, go up to nearly level 10, and I get myself a Gyarados. I think to myself that I may as well see what else is in this body of water, and I come across the regional form of Chinchou. This was the one that I was talking about at the start of the video. I managed to catch that as well, and now I have a Chinchou, a Gyarados, and also a Horsey. I go and deposit the Magikarp because obviously I don't need that in my team, and we start our first day on the job as a gym leader. Nothing crazy really. I mean, they are just like the random trainers that are just dotted around the lands. Again, we've already beaten the Starly woman, but we defeat her anyway, and we get through our first day. I think it's like 4 or 5 battles. We go into the break room because that's where the gym trainers are, and sometimes you can train with them and it just kind of boosts your reputation and stuff. And also it just kind of tells you about like when you advance the day, you get your revenue and stuff like that. And now we can properly get into the game. There's loads of different things to do. I check the mailbox, there's a heart scale in there, very useful. I then go into the Poke Market and buy a Dragon Fang, or Dragon Scale should I say, because this is the item that evolves Seadra into Kingdra, and obviously I'm going to need this when my Seadra needs to evolve. Anyway, after that, we go to the item bank and we deposit some potions just to get a little bit of reputation, help out a little bit as well. I'm a good guy. I'm a good new gym leader. I'm trying to make my reputation decent. And then it's back to the gym. I'm getting attacked by the Starly girl again. She just keeps trying to get this gym badge and I'm like, no, stay away. You ain't getting it. Her Pokemon aren't getting stronger and mine are. It just makes her life a little bit harder. We then spend the next few days just doing the exact same thing. I'm going into the gym. I'm going to the item bank, I'm depositing potions. Starly Girl is once again coming trying to get that gym badge. It's not happening, and I spend the next 4 or 5 days just doing that. Next up, there is someone at the door, and the gym guy is basically saying that the mayor wants to see me, and he's just telling me that we're doing a really, really good job, and we're creating like a buzz around the town, which I'm like, okay, fair play. I'm happy that he's seeing what I'm doing. And then good old Lizzie comes out of nowhere, and she's like, I'm not buying it. I don't like this new gym leader. I'm going to battle him, and I'm going to see who is the stronger trainer out of us. So I go up to Elizabeth. She's in front of the gym. She is not letting me work until I battle her, and so that's exactly what I have to do. She leads with a level 8 Clefairy, and it's not too bad. You know, my levels are pretty nice. It's not the worst thing in the world. So I take out the Clefairy with a Scold, pretty nice, and then I just take the rest of her team out with Gyarados. Gyarados is super busted at the start of the game. Very happy that I fished one up, because Magikarp would not be doing me as justice as much as Gyarados is. So anyway, we defeat Elizabeth. She's still not like our biggest fan, but it is what it is. And then we also get to Gym Leader rank 1. We get elevated, which gives us a heart scale in the mailbox, and it's time to take on some stronger trainers in the gym. So finally, Starly Girl is not over here, but we got Staravia Guy. So they're just upgrading the Pokemon, and the levels really did jump up. My highest did level 11, and we're taking on these level 17 Staravias. Good job I had Ice Fang and stuff. I then spend a few more days going back to the item shop or the item bank and depositing some more potions. You basically get, I think, 10 like reputation for a potion. You get, I think it's 15 for a super potion, and then like 30 for a hyper potion. So you can keep doing it and just getting a lot of reputation that way. And also it gives you a ton of reputation and more gym people as well if you keep doing it. Anyway, we're taking on more gym trainers. Like I say, that level 18 Jumpluff, not fun at all. I'm very happy I had a flying grass type. Anyway, there's a knock at the door. The mayor wants to see me again, and he's basically saying that, you know, we're blowing away the place with how well we're doing. The Pokemon League's kind of like, yo, you're doing a great job. Elevates us to Gym Leader rank 2, and then we are once again challenged by the Rogue Rider gang. He sends out a level 19 Scraggy. I lead with my level 22 Gyarados, and I go for a Waterfall. Just one-shots it, absolutely destroys it, sends it straight to the Shadow Realm. Very happy about that. Then comes in with the Sandshrew. Absolutely no problem for Gyarados, just one-shot that Sandshrew as well. And then after that, we go up to level 23, very happy, and then Heracross comes in. Heracross is a little bit of a problem. It does go for the Fury attack. Obviously, I haven't used my Intimidate on the Heracross, which isn't great. I go for the Waterfall, he goes for the Aerial Ace, I go for another Waterfall, and I do end up taking out the Heracross. I've still got half my health left as well, so we're pretty nice. And then Zoroark comes in, no problem at all. I can just Waterfall this once again. Goes for your Fury swipes, nothing crazy. One-shot it with the Waterfall. Gyarados, like I say, super busted. I kind of only grinded up Gyarados at this point because none of my other Pokemon were that good. After that, you can then open up the commercial district. This basically just allows you to create more buildings like museums and other expensive buildings. This kind of fluctuates and also decreases your kind of money flow, so you have to choose the right buildings. I didn't even know this until this playthrough, but the main thing about the beating the Rogue Rider is that Bliss now pops up in front of the gym, and if you've not played this game before, she is an absolute lifesaver. She basically just sends out 6 level 50 Blissies that don't attack you, and it is just XP heaven. You can just keep taking these out and get more and more XP. It's just really useful to evolve your Pokemon and stuff. So I decided to take out Bliss a few times just to get my Pokemon to a level up and evolve, and then that's exactly what happens. Horsey hits level whatever, I don't even know, it got to like level 30 something and starts evolving into Seadra. I do have the Dragon Scale as well, so I can then evolve Seadra once again after I battle Bliss. After that, also my Chinchou regional form is Dark Water, by the way, which is a pretty nice typing. It also gets electric moves and stuff, so yeah, it's very, very nice for that. Starts evolving into the Lantern regional form, which I really like. I think it's a really cool regional form. After that, I do a little bit more grinding, and I get my team up to the low 40s. Gyarados level 43 now with Dragon Dance, Ice Fang, Crunch, and Waterfall. We've got our Kingdra as well with Scold, Dragon Pulse, and then we also got Lantern with Scold, Aqua Jet, Dark Pulse, and Spark. Turns out, though, that my Lantern is a physical attacker and not a special attacker, so I do need to go and get, like, Crunch and stuff because I don't want special moves on a physical attacker. Next up, though, is some more gym days. I don't even know what day we're on now, like day 20 or something, day 30. We've been doing a lot of kind of quests and tasks and stuff that are just dotted around the gym. Obviously, we're relatively high leveled now as well, so at this point, I just keep destroying all the gyms and all the gym trainers and stuff. We then go to the heart scale, dude, and this is exactly what I was just talking about. I have to teach my Lantern Crunch instead of Dark Pulse just because my physical attack is a lot better than my special attack. This is really useful as well because you get your heart scales every time you rank up as a gym leader, and it's just useful to get like old moves from Pokemon that you catch because they are just the levels that your team is. If you go out and catch like a Pokemon and your highest level is 40, that Pokemon you catch will be around level 40, and so in order to learn those old moves, it's nice to have the heart scales. Anyway, we do some more item depositing, and then it's straight back to the gym, and that's just kind of my life for the next few days, really. All I'm doing now is just building up reputation, which is, again, all you do at this point in the game. You just have to keep building up reputation, and that allows you to just advance in the story, and once you hit a certain reputation, another story part sort of unfolds and stuff. So anyway, we do a bit of that. We then go back to the mailbox. We've got some trainers that want to apply, which I'm always happy about. We've got Desiree as well from the Item Bank donation team. Once you donate enough, she also joins your gym, which is pretty cool. I then go to this woman here and give her a heart scale. You get another 100 reputation, so that's obviously very, very nice. And then we straight back in the gym, doing my job. And exactly the same trainers are just kind of flooding in, really. The Staravia dude and all the Jumpluff people and everything. So, again, nothing crazy, really, that I can't handle. I'm very over-leveled for this part of the game. But you kind of have to be this level because there's a big battle coming up that you kind of need to be relatively high-leveled for. Anyway, though, after that, we finish another day at the gym, and then we have a knock at the door, and we get kidnapped. We are taken to the Rogue Rider hideout, and we are absolutely trapped here. We can't get out. But then everyone disappears, and they just lead this random goon here that just wants to battle me, and she just keeps giving you lumberries and fresh waters. But all you have to do really is battle her, and she doesn't really have anything crazy. This is why you have to level up, because there's a lot of battles here where if you get unlucky, you're just going to lose all your Pokemon. So it's not great. So anyway, she leads with a Sand Slash that's level 30. Again, no problem at all for Gyarados. I'm level 45. I'm rocking Waterfall. I'm one-shotting everything that's trying to attack me. She then comes out with a Bisharp. I'm going to do the exact same thing. History is repeating itself. One-shotting it with a nice, powerful Waterfall. Very, very happy about that. So then I can escape this kind of place, but then there's a ton of trainers all over the shop. Like I say, this is why you need to have stocked up on potions and be a relatively high level. It's quite decent, though, because you do get your reputation up and stuff every time you do battle one of these trainers. After that, we finally make our way out, but of course, a double battle is blocking the way out. So we have to do this, and this is quite a difficult double battle as well, especially if you haven't healed between all the battles that you've just done. It can kind of build up and do a lot of damage. Luckily, I bought quite a few potions. There were really just ones that I was depositing in the item bank, but I'll take them anyway. We go down here and we find the Grassidia, or Grassidia, whatever you call it. We then find the leftovers over here. The Grassidia is really useful because there's someone looking for it, so it's just a quest you do later on. We then find the exit to the Rogue Rider hideout, but of course we have to battle this guy as well. He sends out his Mightyena. It's nothing crazy, it's only level 20. It's actually one of the easier battles that you have to do in this whole place. It hits me with the Intimidate, but absolutely no problem there. I'm 26 levels higher than it. I Waterfall it, boom, straight to the Shadow Realm, get a 640 for winning, reputation up by 30, exit the cave, and then boom, Gym Guy and the Mayor is just here chilling, you know, just waiting for me. I'm like, bruh, where's the help? Anyway, Edgar pops in now. Edgar is the leader of the Rogue Riders, and he basically says that he's going to find out who kidnapped me. It wasn't part of his plan. And we then rank up. We can now go on vacation. We can take our gym trainers with us. We can also have 6 Pokemon now for the gym. Like, you have to have 6 Pokemon for every single gym battle. So I go to the starter park because I know there's a few water types here chilling. I did think there was going to be a Mudkip around here. But first up, I find an Oshawott, which is level 46. Like I say, really, really high level. And so I do need to use those heart scales to kind of get those moves back. So I catch the Oshawott. I then find a Squirtle. This thing would just not be caught. Like, he was just adamant to not stay in that Pokeball. And then I also find a Piplup as well. So I didn't find the Mudkip, which I thought would have been quite useful to have that ground type. But, I mean, I'll take a Water Steel anyway. So now that I've got all of my water types and I've got my full team, I go over to this girl and I give her the Grassidia, and she basically gives me some reputation and also wants to join the gym as well. So, of course, I'm not going to decline that. It's always nice to have extra gym trainers and stuff. I don't know if it gives you more reputation or money, but it's just nice to have them all. After that, we go straight back into the gym and we start taking on a couple more trainers. Again, the levels haven't really jumped that much for the gym trainers. They're kind of always hovering around the same sort of levels and stuff. Like, it's only level 28. But the trainers that you're battling, like, part of the story, they are a lot higher. So, yeah, it's really weird. I don't know. I feel like the gym trainers should probably be at a high level at this stage. Maybe in the next update, it'll do that. But anyway, after that, I go to the town hall, and I feel like it's time to take a vacation. You know, we've been doing a lot of work. We've been spending a lot of days at the gym and just kind of saving the world and stuff. So I decided to go to Umbal City as my first destination. There's actually some really, really cool destinations you can go. There's different, like, gym leaders and stuff that are in charge of those cities. You have Koga hovering over. Nobody walks in this game. Literally, everyone just hovers, which is, I want to hover. Anyway, he comes over, he's just saying, you know, welcome to the town and everything. And then the gym guy is just like, time to see you. Like, I'm off. I'm going to go chill. I'm exploring. So I start to explore as well. And I find this place here. This place sells TMs and stuff. I don't really have any money for them, which is a bit unfortunate because they did have some really, really nice moves. I then find a Pokeball factory as well. Explore this a little bit. I get some like strange Pokeballs from this guy. And then after that, we find another location where you can just keep going further and further down. I find a rare candy. I find some other items here as well. I think I find like a light ball and stuff. So it's really cool to explore the vacation destinations. Anyway, we have no more vacation days left. So I go back home and it's starting to feel like I should probably train my team up a little bit and get some evolutions going. Because I'm still rocking 3 stage 1 water starters. So I decided to grind up Piplup with Blissey and evolve that into a Primplup. Again, really nice to have a Water Steel on your team when this finally does evolve into an Empoleon. Just a really cool Pokemon to have. After that, Oshawott starts evolving into Duwott. I was hoping this thing would learn like Sacred Sword and stuff. I couldn't remember if it did. I knew it learned some sort of fighting type move, but I wasn't sure if it was like Sacred Sword or something else. And after that, we also have a Squirtle wanting to evolve into Wartortle. Not the greatest option to have because obviously it's just pure water, the same as Samurott, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, it's just extra water type. They're decent mons. After getting the second stages, I decided to level them all up one more time just because I want to be able to evolve them all into their final stages because we're getting to the harder parts of the game now. So Primplup, Wartortle, and Duwott just aren't really going to hack it. So anyway, Primplup then starts to evolve into Empoleon. I believe it wants to learn Metal Claw as well when it finally evolves, which isn't too bad. You know, it is a steel type move. It's not very powerful, but it could be quite useful. After that, we also have Duwott who wants to evolve into a Samurott. Which I think does... Samurott has a decent move pool. It does get like access to like Mega Horn, and Revenge is its fighting type move. It also gets Razor Shell. So it's got some pretty nice moves. And then also, finally, Wartortle wants to evolve into Blastoise. Blastoise also wants to learn Flash Cannon as well, which I wasn't expecting, but I will gladly take because I wasn't expecting it at all. I thought Metal Claw was going to be my only steel type move. Anyway, everybody's fully evolved. It's now time to go to the move Maniac and give him some heart scales. I think I've only got like 2 or 3 and see what Blastoise, Empoleon, and Samurott can learn. There's actually got some decent moves, to be fair, that they can learn. I think I decided to just not teach anyone Empoleon anything because it doesn't really have anything great. But Samurott, like I say, learns Mega Horn, Revenge, stuff like that. So I teach all of those some decent moves, and then it's straight back into the gym. Mr. Bug Catcher, Don't Let Me Bug You comes in. Again, nothing crazy. This guy only has 3 mons. The level's gone up a little bit now. You know, they have started rising. Something that I've noticed that, like, when you go to the gym and the levels jump like this from, like, 28 to 37, it means you're, like, close to the next part of the story. I don't know if that's true, but it's just kind of what I've noticed when I've been doing the game. Like, this is like my 5th playthrough of this game. Anyway, we finish another day at the gym. We train with the gym trainers, and then I have a letter, and this is Edgar, leader of the Rogue Riders, and he's like, bro, come see me at my chambers, let's battle, let's see what happens, loser has to leave. Basically, if you lose to Edgar here, it's game over. And I've obviously learned that the hard way. So, knowing that I've got a big battle coming up, I want to grind up my team a little bit more. So I decided to get everyone up another level just because I've had some bad history with Edgar, you know. I don't know if you've seen the other videos on the channel, but he's always a bit of a problem. Anyway, we find Edgar. He's chilling here. He's asking if we called anyone, like the police or the mayor or anything. I said no. You know, I was like, I don't need anyone's help. He leads off with this Aggron. Now, this Aggron is actually a regional form. I believe this is Dragon Steel. And he has a bunch of full restores as well. I go for some Revenges. I take out the Aggron, and then he comes in with a Tyranitar. I go for a Skull, trying to nab that burn. I do get the burn, and then I come in with my Gyarados and decide to just Dragon Dance because I feel like the rest of his team is not going to be able to take Ice Fangs and Waterfalls and stuff like that. So I Hyper Potion up. I get, I think, 2 or 3 Dragon Dances off. He just goes for Meteor Mash, which obviously I resist, so there's no problem there. And then I go for an Ice Fang, take out the Hydreigon, no problem at all. And the rest of it, like, he's got a really, really good team. It's like full of pseudo-legendaries, but they do not like Ice-type moves. Comes in with the Salamence, does get the Intimidate off, but I think I did get 2 or 3 Dragon Dances up, so I'm still on like +1 or +2, something like that. We take out the Salamence, I got up to level 52, trying to learn Hyper Beam. No thank you, not for me. Brings in the Metagross. Now, luckily, I do have Crunch as well. I do go for the Crunch. He goes for the Shadow Sneak. Crunch doesn't actually take out the Metagross, though, which was a little bit unfortunate. But, of course, it's not stab and stuff, so, you know, it's not crazy to assume that it was always going to take it out. But another Crunch does the job. And then Edgar's final Pokemon is a Garchomp. Still, no problem at all for me. I do have Ice Fang. Luckily, I didn't miss any Ice Fangs, because I know some of these Pokemon do have Stone Edges and stuff, and that definitely would have hurt my team. But we do take out Edgar. Reputation goes up by 50. and then he kind of just disappears. He's a man of his word. I go up to level 4 as a gym leader, and then we're chilling, and it's straight back into the normal day job. The trainers have gotten higher and stuff, so again, once you complete a part of the story, obviously the trainer levels are always going to go up and stuff. Sends out a Lucario. I don't think I've actually ever battled this trainer before. Like, I don't remember ever battling a Lucario, so this was pretty cool. I don't know if this is in like the latest update or something, but anyway, we take out the Lucario with a couple of moves and stuff, and yeah, it's kind of it's a little bit repetitive now, just simply because you are just kind of taking more gym trainers out, building more buildings and stuff, and just waiting for the next kind of like story plot to happen, especially because I'm a little bit over-leveled as well. And I guess that's my fault, but at the same time, I had to be over-leveled for, not even over-leveled, but I had to be like a decent level for Edgar, just because he's a really decent trainer. So yeah, we basically just spend another couple days at the gym, and go home, and then I go rest, advance the day, and then we go outside, and then there's something outside, there's some commotion sort of stuff happening, and it turns out the champion is in town. Good old Lance, so he's called Garrison in this game, I don't know why, and he's basically here to do the champion review, and he's going to review the gym, so he's going to battle me and see if we're up to the title of gym leader of Umbal City. So he leads with a Smeltix, which is another regional form in this game. Knowing this thing can't really touch me because I believe it is Steel Fire, I can just Dragon Dance up all over it. Can't touch me. It's only got Gyro Ball, Flare Blitz, stuff like that. As long as it doesn't burn me, we're absolutely fine. So I set up like 3 or 4 Dragon Dances because then I can literally just one-shot his whole team. And that's exactly what I do. I go for a Waterfall. This thing doesn't have Sturdy, I don't believe. So this thing just drops straight off the bat. And then he leads, and then he comes in with his Gengar, should I say. No problem at all for me. I can just crunch this. Boom. Gengar is not living a +3, +4 crunch at all. It's already very, very squishy. I'm level 56 now, so I am shooting up the levels. Then comes in with another regional form. I don't even know how many regional forms are in this game, but it comes in with the Cherim. It is weak to Ice, even though I don't even know what typing it is. I've not actually used this Pokemon yet. And then he comes in with the Bisharp. Again, still no problem. I can just Waterfall. The levels are jumping up a little bit for him as well. He is got level 50s. To be fair, Gyarados is like the only Pokemon I really used in this playthrough. Like, everyone else is still like level 45, 46. Gyarados is just the Pokemon that I used all the time because it was very easy to sweep these trainers with Dragon Dance and then just being able to Waterfall, Ice Fang, and Crunch. Anyway, comes in with the Haxorus with the Mold Breaker. I go for the Ice Fang. This Haxorus also like set up a Dragon Dance, so I didn't want this thing to be surviving at all. And then we defeated the champion. Kind of just swept him, really. He let me set my Gyarados up, so it's just GG's for him, really. I don't know what he was playing at. But anyway, we defeat the champion, go up to level 5, and then after that, we get a letter, and then it's basically the previous gym leader, and he's told us to meet him at the gym, which obviously we are, and then he wants to battle me. So this is really cool because he's basically a normal type trainer. Obviously, in this game, you have to choose what typing you want to be. And yeah, for this gym leader, he was the normal type, which, again, I didn't really realize until like my last playthrough, but I like that kind of added thing. Anyway, I set up my Gyarados once again because nothing can take it. There doesn't seem to be any electric types in this game that just one-shot me. So obviously, I'm just going to keep setting up and just destroying all of these trainers. He then comes in with the Furret. Which obviously no problem at all. I can just Waterfall, especially because it's Stab. I've got decent physical attack. I think I actually had a positive attack nature as well on this Gyarados, which is quite nice. I then go for the Ice Fang, obviously take out the Drampa. It's another normal type, but because of that part Dragon, he ain't going to be enjoying ice types. Also, something that I noticed about this game was that fairy types are weak to ice. I don't know why. But yeah, fairy types, for whatever reason, are weak to ice in this game. So if you are an ice type gym leader and a fairy type comes in, Ice Beam it because it's super effective. I don't know why, it just is what it is. Anyway, he finally comes in with the Strap to his last Pokemon. I can just Ice Fang that. It does go for the Intimidate, but obviously no problem at all. And we do take out the old gym leader. And then he's basically here saying like he needs to tell me something desperately. Sandy comes in and she's like, oh my god, the old gym leader, what's going on? And basically, I then finish the day, like I don't want to open the gym, so I go in, and then Sandy comes back in, I then get elevated to gym leader rank 7, and then she hands me a letter, and this letter is basically saying, you know, you better stop being a gym leader, otherwise we're going to come for you, we're going to come for your gym trainer stuff. I then take it to the mayor, and then the gym guy's like, I'm going to go ahead to the Rogue Riders, it's probably Edgar, but then we go to the Rogue Riders, and Edgar is like, mate, it's not me. Do you not think it's a little bit fishy that your mayor's always a bit interesting like of a character? I think he's got something up his sleeve. And it turns out that the mayor is the evil boss. at the end of Pokemon This Gym of Mine. So definitely a Pokemon Coliseum vibe there. Sorry if you haven't played Pokemon Coliseum, but the mayor is the evil guy at the very end, and he's trying to get rid of all the gym leaders. I don't really know why. He literally just lands Edgar onto the side. I don't know what's going on, and we have to battle him. He leads with a Dusclops. This Dusclops is really annoying because it has Toxic, it has Curse, stuff like that. So it's quite difficult to set up on it, and I think I actually lost Gyarados a couple of times because it did confuse Raimi, and I just kind of ended up destroying myself. But anyway, I do come back in with Gyarados, and I do get some Dragon Dancers off, and I do manage to take out the Dusclops. But again, that was a really annoying Pokemon. It's such an annoying lead. But again, it makes the game more difficult, which is really cool. He then comes in with a Rhydon. I just waterfall that. No problem at all. And then after that, he comes in with a Dragonite. This is pretty annoying usually, but because I am like +4, I can just one-shot the Dragonite. It's quite effective. It doesn't even matter if it's got multi-scale, I believe, or whatever its ability is. It then comes in with a Goodra, another Dragon type, nothing which is a problem for Gyarados. I can just Ice Fang it. The Gyarados is smashing it, level 59 now. Comes in with a Scizor. Once again, no problem. Like I say, just Gyarados.com really, just sweeping everything. It just made it all a lot easier. And then Aegislash comes in as well. It's level 56. I crunch it. It gets one shot, even in the defense form, and that is Mayor Dalton defeated. No problem at all. The Dusclops was a little bit annoying, to be fair, but after that, it was just clean, smooth sailing. So we defeat the Mayor, and then we go back home. He gets arrested, and that's it. That's basically Pokemon This Gym of Mine. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Let me know if you want to see me do this again with a different type. I know I've made a few videos like this now, so if you don't want to see any more of this Gym of Mine, then fair play. But thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Until next time, peace.